Buddy, just updating that was helping keep an eye on me. I appreciate it. I am out of my meeting at the federal courthouse, and it actually went pretty well. It seemed like. Well, I didn't end up in handcuffs. I wasn't sure what the process is, how they do these things. So, just want to be vigilant, be proactive, just in case. And made it through that meeting, and back out here to keep going, try to make it, keep up with the finances. One thing that I learned today is there is a difference between a psychological evaluation and a mental screening. Now, apparently, I have to figure out on my own what that is, because they don't give you any kind of guidance as to where you go to obtain one of these. Um, Now, I called, I don't know, 10 psychologists and explained to them that I need some kind of screening that was demanded by the court when I was still in the mindset that that was something that I had to do. I'm going back to court to talk to the judge about that and see what he has to say. Uh, why they told me one thing and I'm expected to do another. But so that might not even be an issue anymore. I don't know. I don't expect that they would change anything. They probably make everyone do this. So if anybody knows the difference between those two, a mental health screening and a psychological evaluation. So in this paperwork, it says mental health screening. Who would I go to if I don't have state-funded insurance. I have a private policy, but it's a catastrophic policy. Just in case of major emergency, something catastrophic. It doesn't cover general visits and things like that. So I've gotten a lot of good advice here on YouTube comments. I've learned a lot from people that have been through some of these similar situations. And if somebody could, if you've ever had to do this, if you could give me some advice on that, I would appreciate that, just in case. Hold on. Back of my truck in here. Just in case that's something I'm still subjected to, then I will be prepared for that and know exactly what is expected of me. It was actually a pretty pleasant visit today. On the paperwork, when you go in, you have to fill out some paperwork each time you go in. It asks you specific questions about your life. What are you doing? What in life to achieve your goals? And I say documenting, networking, and advocating. Uh, what are some of your triggers? And I write no triggers. I've learned to deal with this. I got a little irritated with the lady at the grocery store last night when she tried to steal my groceries, or when she did, uh, for the like the 100th time I've been there. But I didn't do anything that was illegal or terrible. I just let her know that it was coincidental that this happens almost every time I go in there. That's about it. But I didn't get triggered. Uh, so put down no triggers, and it says on the forum, who are your mentors? Who are people you look up to for guidance? Something like that. And I know that my list is a lot. Well, I shouldn't say I know. I'm pretty sure. I'm assuming that my list is a lot different from what a lot of people put on theirs. I put people like Karen Milton Stewart, who worked for the NSA for 28 years. I put John D'Souza, FBI, 25 years. Kevin Shipp, former CIA. Uh, I put Donald Trump on there once. I put General Michael Flynn. I put him on there every time now. I can really identify with him. Not that I was a general or anything like that, or even an officer, but I just see a lot of similarities to what he's going through, what I'm going through, being denied exculpatory evidence or Brady material to prove their case, and possibly facing jail time for being a true American patriot, whistleblower against corruption. So I put him on there every time, and but when the probation officer was reading through that, he was like, "Michael Flynn, like the Michael Flynn?" I said, "Yeah, yeah, General Flynn." Well, that's one of my mentors, and he said, "Was there any? Have you had any police contact over the month? Anytime, if there's any kind of police contact, if you're pulled over and they run your information or whatever, or if you're asked for information, you need to provide proof of that to the probation office." And I just speak freely in that office. I don't hold anything back or lie to him or anything. And I said, "Well, I had some police contact. I pulled over on the side of the road, putting out some garage sale signs the other day, and a police officer pulled over to the side of the road to see if I needed any help, to see if I was broken down or just needed assistance," which I thought was amazing. And she's actually pretty damn good looking. And I told him, I was like, "Yeah, she pulled over to see if I needed any help." I said she was pretty cute. I thought about asking her for her number. And he said, "Of a police officer? You would date a police officer?" I said, Absolutely. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Look at the people that I wrote down here as my mentors. They're all cops, except for one. He's a general in the army. But I don't have anything at all against police officers. I've got a big, 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 big issue with dirty cops. People that aren't trying to be peace officers, but are trying to weaponize systems against society for quotas or for social engineering or for payments from the deep state. Those kind of people, I've got an issue with. But other than that, there's great cops out there. I think there's. I used to deploy with security forces when I was in the Air Force. I went and did some tactical. Well, we did a bunch of different training actually in Edwards Air Force Base. Uh, Simulated meetings with Middle Eastern tribes, customs and courtesies. When you walk into their tent, you take your boots off if they demand that you do. A bunch of different stuff. I probably shouldn't go too much into that, but basically operational training with Miles gear, um, recon squads. That I've trained with those guys. I have gone with them to Camp San Luis Obispo for similar training. Whenever I would go on a call with the fire department, it would be the fire department and security forces that showed up. We were always working together, and I could see then there were some cops that were amazing people and that they were there to do their job and to serve and protect people, and there were some of them that were complete psychopaths. One in particular that I remember being a psychopath was a California State Highway Patrol. Uh, Actually, his last name was Stoner. Should I have even said that? Whatever. Uh, that guy was not a good guy. But it was the percentage of good cops to bad cops. There was a higher percentage people that I got along with, that I worked well with, that I saw that they had good intentions. So that's my own personal experience. Who knows how it is everywhere? Uh, but yeah, that's me going off on a tangent, I guess. So, um, yeah, that's where I'm at with this. To everyone that was paying attention to what's going on with me, I've been isolated over the years to where I'm completely on my own. The only outreach that I have is through YouTube and through Twitter, and I've connected with some good people, networked with some people, got some information out to shine the light on this subject, and there's really no other way for me to do this. I can't just pick up the phone and call somebody. Uh, well, there's a few people that I can. There's a few people that I can pick up the phone and call. Um, but they're in the same situation that I'm in, so there's not much that they can do for me. You know, and it's easier for me to time manage if I just put these videos out. Those people are watching those videos, watching my Twitter. I don't need to specifically send them a phone call. Plus, that might, yeah, it might not be the greatest idea because that might give some people some heads up as to who's trying to help me out. So okay, well I've got a bunch of work to do today. It is the 14th of January. We're halfway through the month. It is not looking too promising as far as getting all the bills paid this month. Um, I had I had filed a what's called an interstate compact agreement, and that's when I purchased my piece of property in West Virginia, and was trying to get out of here. I'm just trying to get to this small piece of property where I could own the piece of property, live on the property, not have, now the rent is up to around $1,400 a month, and all these bills for this huge house for myself and my daughter. We don't need such a big house. We I would be able to catch up with my taxes. I would be able to get ahead a little bit in life and live a little slower pace. Well, no, I'd probably still keep moving as fast as I do now, but because I would need to in order to catch up with everything, with all my bills, debt, and but I was advised that the Interstate Compact is still open. There's a $300 fee for the Interstate Compact, and I was under the impression that that had been canceled. When I explained to him I can't move in the middle of winter, or my daughter's in the middle of school, it's just it's not really. One, I wouldn't be a good parent to rip her out of school in the middle of the year. Two, it's too cold, it's snowing and icy, and I need to do some work on the structure that's on the property. It's probably not livable right now. I need to look at it, but I know how to do a lot of that stuff. I've kept some of my tools, and I've remodeled some homes before. Not the entire thing, but I'm got enough skills to do that on my own. Uh, but that fee is still on my contract, and I've been paying over a little bit each time I go to these probation meetings. It's like $65. I pay 70 or $80, and apparently the extra has gone to that $300 that's still there. So my interstate compact is still open, and if I had the opportunity, I would probably go ahead and go to West Virginia. I just don't have the finances to do it now. So that's still open. I'm paying on that $300 fee, and since I have that open, it's showing in my case files that I am delinquent on payments now because I opened up that interstate compact transfer form. I owe $300, and now it's dinging me each time I go. I believe that shows that I'm delinquent. Uh, so if you know any philanthropists out there that want to help me get back to even, I'm not asking to get rich or anything like that, but just to kind of help me get even, up to date with my bills, uh, maybe catch up on taxes. That's a necessity. Uh, that would be great. That would be great. I hate asking for money, but I put a lot of time and effort into this journalism, not just for myself, but for thousands of other people. And hopefully this has helped some people. Unfortunately, the people that this would help are probably in the same situation uh, that I'm in, and that's tough. Alan Reynolds said, "Set up a PayPal account for me." I have a PayPal account. The link is actually on my website. All you have to do is scroll down to the bottom of the page. I believe it's right below the Q, the Plan to Save the World video. And, even a dollar or two would help out. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. Just updating everybody. I hope this information is helpful. If there's something similar that you're going through, uh, hopefully all of this is being documented somewhere by the good guys, the white hats, showing repetition, and showing how lawfare is used to silence journalists, whistleblowers, and victims of non-consensual human experimentation. Oh, somebody said I should put my PayPal on every video. Put the link. Yeah, I don't. I don't really have well, I guess I could make the time to do that, but I'm trying to time manage as much as possible. That's why I do all these videos while I'm driving. I'm usually doing something else. Um, the only time I really take a break is like at the very end of the night when I'm trying to wind down and go to sleep. I'll put something on like Netflix or Amazon and watch something before I go to sleep. That's about it. So my website and PayPal link is easy to get to. It's barredin.us, barredin.us. All you have to do is go to that, click a link, click click a link, go on there. All right, I need to go. I've got some work to do. I need to move about a 300-pound generator and a couple refrigerators today, and yeah, and then get some eBay stuff done. And go from there. All right, everybody. Hope you're doing better than I am. Well, I guess I'm doing okay. I didn't go to jail today, so my dog will be happy to see me. Uh, I'll be able to keep in the fight and keep trying. Keep trying every day. Trying to stay positive. All right, everyone. Have a good day.